Yo, what's going on, SGN family? I'm Scholar Gamer Nerd, and you are now tuned in to SGN Reacts to Markiplier's coronavirus video. So the reason why I decided to react to Markiplier's video when I could have reacted to the thousands of videos that are being put out there is because I feel as though Markiplier, not only is he an intelligent YouTuber influencer, but the dude's giving his honest take on a serious situation, but it's also balanced, right? It's not like the media where there's a lot of fear mongering and there's a lot of weird sort of like distribution of statistics that really get people sad and panic. So for me, I'm really trying to help you create an action plan for you and your family. So let's go ahead and look at what Markiplier had to say.
Today, I want to talk about coronavirus. First off, I want to say I am not a medical professional. I am also not an authority on the disease, and if you want to read up about coronavirus, I will provide links in the description that can take you to pages that gives official information about coronavirus and the steps you can take to prevent yourself from getting and spreading the disease. But I'm making this video because I see a lot of misinformation, misunderstandings, and general panic about the disease. And I'm a firm believer that panic serves no purpose in times of crisis. When things are going wrong, when there's natural disasters, panic does nothing but make situations worse. So the last thing I want people to do is panic. I want people to be smart, I want people to be proactive, and I want people to stay calm in the face of adversity, because that is the best way that we can get through this together. I'm not here to talk about policy. I'm not here to talk about why this is happening. I'm not here to talk about the greater repercussions of what this will do to the world as a whole, because it will have repercussions. This disease is dangerous. There is no point in lying to ourselves to say that it is not dangerous. But that doesn't mean that we can let fear override our greater senses and cause us to do things that are not in our best interests. And there's a lot of people that are trying to downplay the dangers of what this disease represents. They're saying it's not any worse than the normal flu. It's not as deadly as it seems. It only affects older people or those who are immunocompromised. So why should I worry? And to be perfectly honest, I would love for that to be the case. I would love for us all to take these preventative measures, and it turns out that this is just overblown nonsense. It's not.
It's not.
But I would love for that to be the case. But unfortunately, the reality is coronavirus is very deadly. Viruses are indiscriminate in their nature. They are microscopic little demons that infect whoever they can dig their claws into. And worst of all, they prey on those among us who cannot defend themselves. The elderly, people with underlying medical conditions, people who are immunocompromised like cancer patients. Those are the people that are most at risk from this disease. And that is why we need to do everything in our power to make sure that we slow the spread of the disease, because it's up to us, those who are healthy, those who do not have underlying medical conditions, to keep our heads on our shoulders and make sure we're doing every step possible to slow this spread. I, as a healthy individual, want to make sure that I am doing absolutely everything in my power to protect those that cannot protect themselves. Limiting contact between people and making sure that you wash your hands regularly. It may seem like a joke, and it may seem memeable, but that is your first line of defense to slowing this disease down. There are definitely more drastic approaches and larger scale efforts that can be done, but that's out of my wheelhouse to even talk about. I'm here to try to tell you guys what you can do on an individual level to stop the fear from overriding your base senses. And if you do get sick, or if you feel even the remotest of symptoms, isolate yourself. self-quarantine. Make sure you have a stocked pantry so that you can isolate yourself for at least a few weeks. Again, I'm not an authority and I don't have a comprehensive guide on what to do. If I find one, it will also be in the description below. But just as an example, my pantry is stocked with essential items. Lots of rice, lots of flour, lots of beans, lots of canned goods. My freezer is full of meats that are going to stay frozen for a long time so that I can make sure that if I do get sick, I can remove myself from the possibility of spreading the illness any farther. And that is the best thing that I can do as an individual to help those around me. And that is all that this video is about, to encourage you guys to take the steps necessary, because there are those in your community. I know people directly in my friend circle who are immunocompromised. Tyler is one of those. I do not want to be the person that causes him to get infected because I was careless about my self-care. These steps seem small, but that's the thing about a pandemic. Something that covers the globe is that it's up to all of us to take the steps and measures necessary to ensure that everyone in our community is safe. We are only as strong as our weakest link, and viruses may target those directly, but I am going to make damn sure that I do what I can to stop that spread. And also, I do know I'm very lucky. I work from home. I work on the internet. I am in a situation where I can self-isolate and it doesn't influence much of my day-to-day life. I am still going to be making videos because you guys are going to need something to watch while you're tucked away from the world. But I know that I am privileged to be able to do that, and not everyone can.
Right.
It sucks. And hopefully there's a greater conversation that will be had about the medical situation in America, how sick leave is looked at in general, work practices that are not beneficial to the workers. There is a greater conversation to be had about that, and I hope it happens. But again, I am not an authority to speak on those subjects, and that is not what this video is about. This video is about me telling you guys that it'll be okay. We will get through this together. Panic will not override our base instincts, and we are stronger because we're smarter. So with that being said, I once again encourage you guys to look up all the information that you need down in the description below. It is not the only sources of information that you can get about this disease, and there are more comprehensive guides and probably better videos on YouTube that can describe what exactly you need to do to protect yourself. But for now, just know I'm going to be doing everything I can, and I encourage you to do the same. So that is pretty much everything I wanted to say. Videos will keep coming. Don't you worry about that. I've got the videos for you guys in the pipeline. They're not going to stop flowing. But I just wanted to tell you guys this, that everything will be okay. Because we're smart, and we're going to get through it together. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Take care of yourselves.
All right, guys. First things first. I don't know if you follow Markiplier. He's hugely influential in the YouTube sphere and all that good stuff. But yeah, I see we have multiple people in the live. I see we have Pussycat, we have Julio, we have No Face, we have Henry, we have the Sky Legend TGN. So yeah, guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. I'm just gonna do a quick reaction. So the first thing I want to say is that he's absolutely right. Like, there is no need to panic, but there is also no sense in underplaying it. Like, this is definitely a serious pandemic, right? A serious public health issue at the international level. So me as a teacher, right, it's my job to ensure that my students are educated. It's my job to ensure that my friends and family understand the consequences or the implications of this coronavirus. So it's definitely going to affect your daily routines, your daily life as you know it. So for me, it's important to share with you guys, like, just a couple of tips. A couple ideas, right, that I got from watching this Markiplier video. So the first thing I want to say is that he used the word immunodeficiency. So immunodeficiency basically means a failure of the immune system to protect the body adequately from infection due to the absence or insufficiency of some component, process, or substance. So a lot of people are saying like, oh well, it's only old people, right? Old people who are going to be affected by this, or the old and sick. But really, it's anyone who has immunodeficiency. That means an immune system that is not necessarily fully equipped to fight off a virus. And that's very scary stuff, guys, especially for someone like me. Like when I get the flu, I get really sick. And even though I'm 30 years old and I'm relatively healthy, like I get pretty bad, like, you know, migraines, fevers, like my whole body, like I feel like I'm about to die. So, you know, if you don't know anyone like that, I mean, you know me, right? SGN has an immune system that's not the greatest, and I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I wouldn't want to die from a virus that we can prevent. You know, that's not ideal. You know, I pray, I hope that's not in the cards for me. You know. Secondly, what I want to say is like I picked up this cool article on NPR, which talks about pandemic panic, 5 tips. These 5 tips can help you regain your calm. All right. So here we go. Number 1, plan ahead to feel more in control. Number 2, unplug. Learn to be in the moment. Like, don't check, you know, your memes or your social media like every 10 seconds, right? Number 3, prioritize good sleep so your body's well rested. Number 4, exercise and eat well. I know some of you guys work out a lot, like my boy Henry. And hey, the Sky Legend, I see you, bro. Number 5, wash your hands and embrace the elbow bump. Like I know some people are like, man, I'm a handshaker or I'm a fist bumper, bro. Give homie the elbow. I'm doing like the air high five, bro. Like the you know. It's getting real, man. This is no joke. Like I had one of my funniest, like goofiest students, like a class clown, being like, nah, this is real, man. You know when the class clown says it's real, you know it's real, bro. You know it's real. Anyways, chat, that's all. That's kind of all I have for you today. Let me just read the chat real quick. 10 years from now, I'm gonna write a book about how I survived the coronavirus. That's funny. What's up, Sky Legend? Pushy Cat says Corona is gonna be part of history. For real, dude. Jesse says, sorry I was late. Oh, good, dude. People are so scared and paranoid. The stock market lost 8%. Yeah, dude, the stock market is a bear market now. People are like dumping their stocks like crazy. Romero, history teacher, sold 90% of his stocks because he was going to lose a lot of money due to the coronavirus. Yikes, dude. Yikes. That sucks. Coronavirus really sucks. Yeah, man. And it's not over. Like, what a lot of people don't understand is that like it hasn't plateaued yet. Like, it hasn't fully maxed out yet. So like the outbreak is going to keep spreading. Obviously, unless we quarantine everybody, which is like nearly impossible to do because of different, you know, international borders and different county jurisdictions and different states and so on and so on. So just some quick tips, man. Wash your hands. Make sure you guys stock up on like canned food, hygiene products, sanitation products, cleaning products, all that good stuff, man, because you never know. Like the state might declare a state of emergency, and then what happens? You know? And then what happens, right? So it's bigger than, you know, it's bigger than at this point, like, oh, well, what about school? What about my favorite team? What about this and that? Like, it's about like, you know, it's even the politics. Like everyone wants to make it political. Like Markiplier said, bro, like I'm not here to talk about politics and conspiracy theories. I'm not really interested in that. I'm really thinking about the public health element and really like the human element, right? Like this is a time where we can work together internationally, right? To pretty much hopefully minimize the impact of this coronavirus, guys. That's all I guess. That's all I have to say for now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there. But if you guys have any questions or any information that you think could help, our friends, our family, those who are sick, or I don't know, any tips, man, any survival tips, any medical information, just feel free to like use my comment section as a place to do that, because I really want this to be informational, and I don't want you guys to panic because, like Markiplier said, we're smart. We're gonna get through this. That's all I have for you today, SGN family. I'll be live with another video, so stay tuned. But don't forget to be a scholar first, gamer second, and a nerd always. Stay safe, fam. Stay safe.